So right here, we got the Amazon Basic 4 shelf. This one is 36 inches in length right here, 14 inches deep, and it's gonna build out to be 54 inches high. We got the black one. They also come in one with chrome. This one does not have wheels, and this is how it comes packaged in. Very nicely packaged container over here. Just because we want to double check, let's just measure out and check if it is in fact 36 inch on the width. So if you look right here, it's kind of upside down, but it is in fact 35.5 inches on the width, plus maybe a little bit more because at 36 inch. And then in terms of depth, right here, we are looking at 14 inches in the depth right there. And of course, when you build it up, we will see it is 54 inches high. So they do come with these caps right here, and these caps seem to be all over the place, just keeping it separate. So we probably don't need these caps. We'll get rid of these caps right now. Boom, we don't need those. So the shelf, just looking at it on first inspection, they are sturdy and they're built really, really well. But they're very lightweight, which is what I like because I like to be able to move the shelf around the home when I need to, but I like it to be able to handle a lot of weight. And they are reinforced in a way where you have 1, 2, 3, 4 bars across that reinforces it and gives it that rigidity, and it's painted really well. The nice black finish looks good. And what I like about it is it actually handles 350 pounds per shelf. That's incredible amount of weight capacity in this shelf, and it's so lightweight. It's a good combination. Let's put this together and see how long it takes. We got the instruction manual right here with the pieces, and I'm gonna try to do it without instruction manual. The reason for that is because these are pretty self-explanatory, super easy to install. What we have over here is your latch. So you can latch this shelf to the wall, and that way it won't fall. So these are your anchors to latch the shelf to the wall so it won't tip over. So we'll keep that to the side. We're probably not gonna use this for this particular shelf. You should always attach your shelf to a wall. That prevents it from tipping over. This is the pieces that are gonna put the shelf together, and we have an extra one just in case you lose one. These are the pieces that are gonna attach to the shelf. So right here, these are the pieces we got over here. And you got a bunch of them, and there's just a whole bunch of them. And the way they work is that these pieces will snap together on each leg. Just like this, you have the direction of top, and the other one, direction of top, and they just pair up just like this. And when you put them together, they will sometimes snap, but sometimes they don't snap onto the leg, and then the shelf will slide into them just like this, and that's how you hold them. So very cool, very easy. You have these rings inside, and those rings will attach to the groove on the legs, which you'll see in a little bit. So here are the legs. Wow, these legs have some nice paint finish right there. And of course, these grooves right here will be what attaches to these grooves. As long as you get the direction of the top correct, they will just line up like that, attaches on. The other side will attach on like that, and it will pop in place. We won't pop it in place yet. We're gonna set out the pieces, so it'll be ready to rock and roll. So there's 2 layers because it's a 4 shelf system. So we got 2 layers of legs. So these legs are the middle legs, as you see, because they have a top piece right here. So we have this one right here. But these ones got little ends here. And you know that these will be the part that is at the bottom of your shelf, because these are adjustable, which in case you have uneven ground, this will adjust so that you have a nice even footing for your shelf. There we go. So these are going to be on the ground. They have the feet. 2 more right here. These are also going to be the ones with the feet that's going to be on the ground right there. These are right here are going to be on the ground. Perfect. We'll have these 4 be the lower level, and we can decide how low we want the lowest shelf. So if you want something underneath the shelf, you can add some space underneath. For me, for now, I'm just gonna go to maybe almost the lowest level right here. Just a little bit of space down below. We can start right here at the lowest level. You can go this low. No, I'll probably go a little bit of space up just in case I want to reach something underneath. So right here, we got these 2, and you have the arrow up, and they'll snap in just like this. So they don't actually snap in, they just kind of fit over it, and that should be good just like that. And there we go. They'll just sit like this, and when you put a shelf on, it will apply pressure and it'll hold that really, really tight, so you're good to go. They do not actually need to close. This side has a little opening, and you're totally fine with that. Don't worry about that. So we're gonna match the same height of all of them. So this is the other one. So whatever height you picked, match it up. Top arrow points up, just like that. This other one has top arrow points up, just like this. And we match up these 2, just like this. So this is a second leg. Repeat that over here. Top leg right here, and this one over here, just like that. Boom. And we got one final 4th leg over here. Boom. Top, and over here. Boom. Top. Perfect. So now we're gonna pick one shelf. Doesn't matter which one because they're all the same. Slide this down. As you see, when you slide this down, it will lock into the bottom piece right there. So here we go. Push it up, and that's how it locks in. Super easy, right? Perfect. So that's the first one. And we got 4 legs. So let's get 3 more other legs over here. So slide this one on. There we go. That's 2 legs. Perfect. Here's us on this other side. Same deal. We're gonna slide this up over here and let this thing slide in, and that's what holds it in nice and tight. And last but not least, the 4th leg over here. Slide that up. through there and let this thing lock in. Perfect. So that's our first level. How easy was that? This is the part where you don't really need to, but you can kind of tap it down because once you have some load on it, it will put pressure on. You can use a mallet to hammer it down if you want to, but it's not a big deal. This is the ground level. Then you're gonna pick the second level. I'm just gonna go in the middle here, and you wanna match up the same height for all of them. So just pick whichever one you wanna go up. Here's a little tip. If you look right here really closely, right in the middle, there's a double ring right there. So I'm probably just gonna use the one right below the double ring, just like that. And that way, I don't need to really count because it's a really quick trick. Boom, right there. So right underneath the double ring is what I use. You can use any one you want. See, right underneath the double ring, boom. This other one right here, underneath the double ring, boom, just like that. And then same thing over here, right underneath the double ring, boom. And then again, keep the arrow up underneath the double ring, boom, just like that. And then same thing with this last corner right here, underneath the double ring, point the arrow up on top, slide this down, boom. Over here, arrow up on top, slide this down, boom. You see how everything has next to the double ring? And then you just pick the next level of the shelf and slide this on. When you slide it on, obviously, this is upside down. You want to flip it around like this because this is a shelf and this is a reinforcement piece down here. And you can tell because on the feet, it's bigger at the bottom and smaller at the top. And that's just how it will line up with this. You see, smaller at the top, bigger at the bottom. Just like that, it'll slide down. And that's what allows it to lock in place. So we're just going to slide this shelf down on it and we should be good. As this goes down, just like that, boom. And it locks in. Again, at this point, you can use a little mallet to hammer it down. Just kind of pat it down. You'll be good because the load you're going to apply is downwards anyway. So you don't have to worry about that. And wow, it's very sturdy. 350-pound capacity per shelf. And look at it, the feet doesn't wobble. If it does, you got this turn right here to adjust it. Sweet, solid. That's level 2 already. Now, next level up, we're gonna go ahead and get this one right below this one because what's gonna happen is you have this piece that's gonna go on top right here. Again, you can set up the shelf however you want. I'll probably get this level just right here. And again, that's the flexibility of these shelves. You can have one up here, down here, however you want. But just for simplicity, I'm gonna keep these 3 shelves at the lower level. So we're gonna have a bigger gap at the top. That's totally fine. Here's the top, and then here's the other one at the top. Same deal. Put it right there. Over here, get the top, point up, snap it in the groove. Over here, this one at the top, snap it in the groove. You see how putting the shelf together is super easy, much quicker than other shelves I put together before. And the reason why is because the mechanism right here allows you to put it together very fast, and you don't need any tools. That's the other great thing about these shelves. Yet they're very strong and sturdy. A 350-pound weight capacity per shelf. It's solid. This is where I want to put my next level shelf. I can go to the top one if I want to later on. So again, you can adjust these however you want. You can have it right here or even at the next tier if you like to, just so that you can see how they go together. We're gonna grab the next layer of the shelf here. And again, this is upside down. I'm gonna flip this around so that way it's smooth at the top. This thing lines up. It's small at the top, bigger at the bottom, and they'll slide in just like so. There we go. And again, this is where you want to pat it down. A little bit there, a little bit there. And if you have a mallet, that could help, but you don't need any tools. That's the whole point of these right here. No tools needed. And just like that, you got your 3 shelves, right? So of course, if you want to space it accordingly, you can, but I like to have the shelves that way. Over here, I can just twist this piece on. A little bit quicker, but however you want to space the shelf, that's entirely up to you. And that's why this system is so unique. It's easy to set the levels between the shelf. And also, if you want to do it later, you can. You don't have to do it all at once when you set it up because you never know later on when your needs change and you have to adjust accordingly, right? This is pretty fast to install. I think this is like record time to install these shelves. And this is the first time I've installed this shelf. To be honest, this is so easy. I did not have to read the instructions. There was nothing that you need to really figure out. It does help to watch a video, kind of like this one, before you actually put it together. And that way, you have an idea of how it's gonna come together, right? So this one right now, you see how I have these shelves kind of spaced together. If I wanted to, I can space them out more. And wherever I want the top shelf, this is the last one right here. Because this is a 4-shelf system. If you want more shelves or you want a taller shelf, they have 5 shelves, they have 3 shelves. It's up to you. And also, you don't have to use all the shelves either. Because some people like to have spaces at the bottom. Some people like to have space at the top, like we're doing right here. So again, these ones right here, let's give some space at the top in case we want to loop and hang anything. So we'll go maybe here or maybe a little bit lower. That way we have a little space at the top. So here we go. These 2 snaps together like this. Boom. This one right here snaps together. You're going to count the levels here. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Boom. Count this one right here. We'll snap this one over here. Keep the arrows up. All of them should be at the top, just like that. Same thing here. 1, 2, 3. Snap this one right there. And then this one over here. Boom. There we go. And the last piece right here. 1, 2, 3. And snap. Boom. And this one at the top again, always top is up. There we go. This is now the 4th shelf, and you have all these extra pieces. Don't worry about that. This one upside down again, flip it around, and you're good to go. There we go. Just like this, you're gonna slide the shelves down, and you should be good. This is it. This is the final step of the shelf installation. Pat that down there, pat this down over here. That's it. Our shelf is installed. All these caps, trash. We don't need them. Within just a few minutes, our shelf is installed, and it's strong, it's sturdy, and you see how the ground here might not be leveled. If it's not leveled, you want to find the ground that's leveled, or you can adjust the feet accordingly. You see how it's a little bit wobble right here? It's easy to fix because you can see this one needs to be down a little bit more. So you turn that, and now it don't wobble no more. Still wobbling a little bit. Turn this one right here. Oh yeah, no more wobble. That's how cool it is to adjust this shelf system. And obviously, you see how we space these things together? We got space up here more, move this one a little bit higher. It's up to you, but there we go. This is a very sturdy 1, 2, 3, 4 shelf system. We're gonna measure this from top to bottom. So if you were to go all the way to the top shelf up to here, that would be 54 inches. It's up to you. I like to have a little space here so you can hang wires, you can hang your purse, hang your backpack up there. It's up to you, and you can adjust the shelf however you like. And in terms of width-wise, we already saw that. The width right here is about 36 inches from side to side, and depth-wise, if you look in here, comes out to be 14 inches in depth. And each shelf can handle 350-pound capacity. There we go. The Amazon basic shelf, sturdy yet quick and easy to put together, and lightweight, so you can move it around. Just like here, you can see this shelf is pretty lightweight. Oh yeah.